checking that this is actually recording. There we go. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for reaching out and getting in contact with us and inviting me along to speak to you tonight. My name's Sam Mason. I am the People and Operations Manager, work for the charity called Pain Concern. Um, what I'll do throughout this presentation is I'll just explain a little bit about who we are, what we do, what services and support that we provide. And I'll give you like a wee bit of the history of Pain Concern as well and how it all started. Afterwards as well, I know this has been recorded, so you'll have access to the recording, but I'm more than happy for Nicola and the team to share the slides. I've got a flyer and stuff as well, and my email address as well, if anybody wants to get in touch going forward. So I will start by just giving a little bit of the sort of history of Pain Concern. So we are quite a small team. We've been going now since 1995. Our base is in Edinburgh, but we are a national charity supporting across the whole of the UK. Our CEO, Heather, she co-founded the charity in 1995. So she went on a pain management programme at the Astley Ainsley Hospital in Edinburgh. And when that came to an end, there wasn't like WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups and things like that there is now. So she set up a series of in-person support groups, which ran there for a number of years. And then that's kind of how Pain Concern started, really. And then it evolved into our helpline and lots of other resources that we've got available as well, which I'll take you through. Um, as I said, we are quite a small team, so there's about 5 of us, and we've got about 40 volunteers all dotted about the UK, doing various different roles for us. And I always say that we're so fortunate, and without our volunteers, we literally couldn't do what we do. My role is not clinical at Pain Concern, so I'm really there to manage the operations and look after our people, but I don't have a clinical background. And everything that we do at Pain Concern is all about helping people live a better quality of life whilst living with chronic pain. All the information and the resources that we provide are all evidence-based and written by healthcare professionals and pain experts. And that's really important to us because we want people to access information that's trusted, accurate, and up to date. Because we all know we can Google things, and it can be quite overwhelming with the amount of information that comes back, and you're not always sure, is this trusted? So, yeah, really important for us that we do have expert-led resources. So, why do we do what we do at Pain Concern? And I don't need to really tell you guys about chronic pain and the prevalence of chronic pain. But for anyone who isn't aware of how common it is, especially in Scotland, there's 1 in 5 of the Scottish population that will experience chronic pain at any given time, and 1 in 4 across the whole of the UK. And chronic pain is recognised as a condition in its own right in Scotland. And we all know with chronic pain, it's not easy to explain. It doesn't always respond to medication. We know that living with it can significantly impact a person's life. It can affect the activities that you do, your routines, the role that you play within relationships and your family. So our aim is to bring people together, help reduce that feeling of isolation, and just get people to understand their pain more, or understand their pain better, and how to manage it. And I'm going to go on now and just talk to you a little bit about what resources that we've got, that hopefully you might find helpful and beneficial to you at some point. So the core services that we offer, I'm kind of going to talk through each of these in a little bit more detail. But yeah, the core services that we offer are across multiple different platforms. Hopefully, we've got something for everybody. And they allow people to engage at different stages. And hopefully, our aim is with all our resources and the services that we offer, is that hopefully we can bring people together, give people a voice, and give people somewhere to turn to. At Pain Concern, we are not a condition-specific charity, so it's all aspects of chronic pain and the wider aspects of your life that might be affected by chronic pain is what we kind of try and help with. We do focus on mainly on adults. That's kind of our group that we work with. Although on our website we do have some resources that are specifically for families and children that might be living with chronic pain as well. And in addition to the resources there, the services there you can see on the screen, we also work to raise awareness of chronic pain and campaign to improve the provisions of pain management services as well. And we're members of various different Scottish Government chronic pain groups, and we have a lot of input into different projects and the SIGN guidelines and the National Chronic Pain Framework as well. So I'm going to move on now and talk more specifically about the services that we've got available. I'll start off with our helpline and our online community. So our team that operate our helpline and online community are people with lived experience of chronic pain. And that is actually weaved throughout our entire organisation, as we have majority of the people that support us, whether they're employed staff or volunteers or our trustees, they have that lived experience of chronic pain. So when people contact us and they're looking to speak to someone, maybe share how they're feeling, if they're looking for specific guidance, then, the people that are taking the calls and dealing with the emails and stuff are the best people to relate to those that contact us. It's not just for people that are living with chronic pain that can use this service. It can be family, friends, so anyone that supports someone living with chronic pain. We've even had healthcare professionals contact us as well. But people get in touch with us for a whole variety of different reasons. The most common ones are, they are just looking for somebody to talk to that's, maybe not connected to their family. They know that they won't be judged when they contact us as well. And the team will listen to them and provide guidance where we can. We don't provide any medical support or medical advice on our helpline. We're not trained to do that, but we do offer our time. We're consistent with the support that we give, and we're here to listen. And many people tell us that's what they're looking for. Our online community is a safe space for people to come together. I'm not sure if Endo SOS have an online community, so if you do, it's probably very, very similar. But yeah, our online community is exclusively for people with chronic pain to come together in a safe environment to speak with each other, connect safely with other people, ask questions, share how they're feeling. It's really important for us that it is a safe space because we want people to be able to talk freely without, fear of any harassment or judgment, and share how they feel. It's quite a lively forum. It's quite active. We've got a lot of members on there, so a lot of people posting, and our team moderate it to make sure it is a safe space for everybody as well. We pop a lot of information on there. And we also have different folders labelled by different topics. So when you go on, you can access the support you're looking for quite quickly. So moving on to talk about our podcasts that we do. So our podcasts are called Aid in Pain. And if you like a podcast, then you're in luck because we've got 153 of them as of last week. And there's one on every sort of pain related topic. So there's lots of different topics on there. The most recent one that we've just done is a podcast on nature and mindfulness and how can that help with chronic pain. And then recently we've done one as well that covers the topic of neurodivergence and the link between that and chronic pain as well. So it's a good mix on the podcast of hearing from people with lived experience, as well as maybe like experts or healthcare professionals talking a wee bit more about the subject as well. They're all on our website and they can be accessed from there. But also, if you use any other platforms to access podcasts, then you can access them from there as well. And Paul, who interviews the speakers for the podcasts, he's got a really good way of getting people to just really explain. So, like, if any medical experts or healthcare professionals are using any like jargon or terminology, he's got a really good way of getting them to explain it to you, just so that it's accessible for everybody. And we do actually have, I was just checking earlier on, we do have a podcast specifically on endometriosis. So it's Aid in Pain number 42, so I can pop the link across to you as well. But yeah, I just thought I would share that. I was checking it out earlier. So one of our most popular tools is our self-management navigator tool. So the whole purpose of this tool is to help people prepare in advance for their healthcare appointments. So we all know that we get very limited time with your GP or your healthcare professional. And you know, if you're anything like me, you go into these appointments and you come away and you think, oh, I forgot to ask this, I should have said this. You know, that anxiety kicks in, that brain fog, and you come away and yeah, you know, you've maybe not got what you wanted to get out of that conversation. So this tool helps you prepare in advance. So within the tool, there's different sections, different things that might be important to you. So things like maybe your mental health, it could be medication, things like that. And so within it, you can sort of tick the different parts that are relevant to you, but also it gives you some questions that you might want to think about asking as well. And you can fill it in and hand it into your GP as well at your appointment. Now, I've got a wee short video clip. I should have said this at the start actually, because I've got a couple of wee video clips just to kind of break up the presentation tonight, just so it's not just me talking the whole time. But I've got a little short video clip that I'm going to just play now, which just explains a little bit more about the Self-Management Navigator tool. So I'm going to play it and there should be sound that comes out of the clip. If you can't hear it, please just give me a wee shout and I will sort the settings, but hopefully it works.
It's a revelation to use something like this in the consultation.
It changed the way they think about their pain. It was an educational tool. It very commonly brought out problems in their lives or their history or their experience of chronic pain in the past that they hadn't really ever considered might be relevant.
It focused me on actually what I was coming to the appointment for. I was homing in more on what was bothering me about that. Was it that I was unsure about the diagnosis? Was I worried that I was on the wrong medication?
What the toolkit and using that helped me to do was to look much more effectively at the patient's life, how it was affecting them and how I could specifically support them to make changes.
So hopefully you heard all of that okay. But when that tool was designed a few years ago, it was designed with GPs as well. So it is designed to trigger action in them as well, depending on what's been sort of ticked and discussed during that consultation. It's accessible from our website as well. You can download it and complete it. Or if you prefer physical copies of it, we'll post it out to you free of charge as well. We also do a quarterly magazine called Pain Matters. So once a quarter it comes out, and each time it comes out, it's got a different sort of topic. So we try and have different topics every time. And it's guest edited by different people each time as well. So it's for people that are living with chronic pain, but it's also for anyone that supports someone living with chronic pain as well. So healthcare professionals as well can all benefit from reading the magazine. We do physical copies of it, so we'll post them out to you. But we also do digital copies, so you can actually get the app on your phone, and yeah, the magazine comes up on your phone, and you can get it to talk to you and read it out to you as well. So yeah, it's really good. This is the only resource that we have that is not free. So everything else that we've seen or we're about to talk about is all free of charge, but the magazine's the only one that we do have a small charge for, and that's just because of the cost of producing it. We also do a free newsletter, so that comes out also once a quarter, but it's just a really good way of keeping up to date with what's happening within Pain Concern. Anything new, any new resources, anything new that we're working on, we will share it. Also, we feature every quarter a bespoke recipe from Mr. Cookfulness that you can see on the screen here. So this is Ian. And Ian is a person with lived experience. So he's designed a recipe book specifically for people living with long-term conditions and disabilities that might find cooking challenging. So he adapts recipes, and there's different adapted ingredients and things like that that you can use. So yeah, we have a new recipe every quarter in the newsletter. And I'll show you in a wee bit. I'm going to show you our website and just show you how to access all the resources that I've just been talking about. We also do our pain education sessions. So we've been delivering these sessions now. We started in the Lothians and across Forth Valley and Stirling about 2 years ago. So we've been delivering these sessions now for anyone who is living with chronic pain or anyone who supports someone living with chronic pain to come along and just find out a little bit more about what is chronic pain, why does it do what it does in the body, and ways to manage it as well. So there are free sessions. They are mostly online sessions as well, and they're delivered by 2 of our pain education trainers, and they are people with lived experience, and they've been through pain management programs, and they they live and breathe daily self-management techniques to help them manage. So we cover a little bit about the sort of pain science, and we cover things like managing flare-ups, managing activity, getting a good night's sleep, and managing stress and things like that. Yeah, at the moment, most of these sessions are online. We run about 3 sessions a month at the moment. We try and do an evening one as well, but most of them are sort of during the day from about 11 o'clock onwards. But I'll share in a little bit about how you can book on to these sessions. But before I do that, I've got another wee short video clip which just explains a wee bit more about the sessions, what to expect, and you hear from some of the pain educators as well.
Do you have long-term pain? Do you understand what's happening? You can learn more about persistent or chronic pain and what you can do for yourself to help manage it at a free 2-hour online or in-person education session.
I'm David Craig. I'm a clinical psychologist and I've worked for the last 25 years in pain management in Glasgow. And these classes are designed to empower patients with chronic pain to understand more about the pain and how to manage it.
I had somebody who was a pain trainer come and tell me her story, and it just blew me away. I thought, wow, if I could get a little bit of her success to do something I liked, then I'll be happy. I can die happy.
Somebody who takes part in the sessions will expect just to get some hints and tips and also some experience from people with lived experience on the nature of chronic pain, but also how it affects activity, how it affects mood, how it affects sleep, and what they can actually do about those individual areas to help themselves.
I don't know if you've heard about the 15-minute rule. So if you haven't fallen asleep in the first 15 minutes, get up for 15 minutes. What I don't do is put on an iPad or phone, because the blue light will make you even more awake.
The power of these classes comes through the delivery of the information by people with lived experience. That takes the information to a whole other level, and a level that health professionals who don't experience chronic pain really can't take that information to.
See, when we deliver the sessions to people, it's not pain educators and participants, it's one big community. We're all living with chronic pain, we get it. We're seeing it in our feedback all the time. I did a session yesterday and somebody said, yes, the presentation's wonderful, but the most important thing for me was the fact that I was with people that could relate.
I now live a full, active life, and I'm the mum to an almost 5-year-old little boy. And again, that was something that I never thought I'd be able to do, is to have children. I never thought I'd be pain-free or medication-free enough to actually have a child.
For more information about pain education sessions, you can call 0300 222 5774. Text 07480 632 774. Email pain-education@painconcern.org.uk. Go to Pain Concern's website at painconcern.org.uk. Scan the QR code on the screen or ask your health or care professional for more information.
So the feedback that we've had from participants that have joined the sessions, they've all enjoyed getting that information, the resources that we've provided, and ways of coping beyond medication. But like what Mary said in the video, what was most valued is that sense of connection, knowing that people are not on their own with this and that there is other places you can turn to for support. And overall, I think they just experienced that the validation and the difficulties that come with living with chronic pain. And the fact that the educators as well shared their own experiences, and you know they live and breathe these strategies, and so they're very relatable in terms of what they're talking about.
Do you have
almost coming to the end, but before I kind of stop sharing and show you a little bit on our website, one of the last resources that I just want to talk about is our free mindfulness sessions. So they are delivered by Kath, also a person with lived experience and now a mindfulness coach. So Kath has been delivering our sessions for a couple of years now. All our mindfulness sessions are free, and we do a variety of different sessions. So we do like monthly drop-ins, we do 4-week courses, 8-week courses as well. And we're about to start a free 8-week one on the 21st of July. So I know there's still a few places left, but they tend to go very, very quickly. So if you are interested in any of that, please just get in touch and we can get you booked on. So I'm going to just quickly stop sharing just now. I want to show you our website really quickly because I know that on our website we've got a lot of information on there and sometimes it can be tricky to find. So hopefully you can see our website now. And yeah, just at the very top of the website there, under information and resources, you get access to our leaflets, the podcasts and the magazine. And under Get Help and Support, that's where you can access our helpline and our online community and the self-management navigator tool that I was talking about as well. For things like our pain education sessions as well, it's all accessible from the main page of the website. And all the details on there about how to book on. And if you want to just give us a wee call as well and just ask any questions about it, you're more than welcome to do that. So I'm going to stop sharing now so I can see you all. But that is the end of my presentation. I hope it was helpful just to give you a wee bit of insight into what other sources of support is out there for you. And if you do need anything in the future, please just get in touch with us. You'll have our email address and there's ways to contact us via our website and things like that as well. But yeah, I appreciate you listening. I know it's a lovely night outside tonight, so I appreciate you coming along and listening. And I'm more than happy now to answer any questions, or if you've got any comments about anything that I've talked about, more than happy to take that.